Welcome back to Showbiz Insider, your entertainment news roundup. So in this month's edition of our fashion feature, we're going to take another look at the second edition of Fashion Forward. Lebanese designers from the Starch Foundation were bringing a fresh take to urban style. Plus, we're going to take you behind the scenes of standout new local label Gisela Blue. Listen to our blood run side by side. Introducing the Starch Foundation designers, who all bring edgy Lebanese tailoring and dramatic cuts from all three of the brand designers. With experience ranging from working at Elie Saab to teaching at ESMOD Beirut, their collections include bold, minimalist pieces and futuristic asymmetric evening dresses, led by Elie Saab. Now, tell me a little bit about this collection that we've just seen. It was quite. This one is obsessed with like the female form, I understand.
All my work is kind of. It's not obsessed with the female form, but I like showing the female form. I don't like hiding it. The collection was actually inspired by hallucinations, and by the beginning of TVs. So I worked on my prints. I worked on these two concepts together to work on my prints because I always work on digital prints that I design. So it was more of. Even the cuts were kind of inspired by hallucinations, like some cuts are not there and you think they're there.
It had quite a futuristic feel.
Everything I do, because I work on very minimalistic designs with small details, so I guess that's why.
And how do you feel like your Lebanese heritage inspires your work?
Obviously it does, because I'm based in Lebanon and I live in Lebanon, so everything around me, because it's always like that when you do a collection. When you start it, you have your own theme, and it goes along to the end with your theme, but you're always inspired. You're walking, you just get inspired from everything around you. You're listening to something, you're inspired. So it inspires me as a city because I live in Beirut.
And what is happening in the Lebanese fashion industry right now?
Well, we have a lot of designers coming out soon, and Starch is one of the foundation. It's been there for 5 years, so there are around 20 designers or more that are from Starch, and it's a very good thing because it's the only place that promotes ready-to-wear. Usually in Lebanon, most designers go for couture than ready-to-wear, so that's very good. We're getting more into the ready-to-wear market, which is amazing.
Lara Corey studied at ESMOD with the sole intention of drawing the world and dressing its inhabitants. In September 2006, she joined Elie Saab in Beirut and was thrown into the world of haute couture. In her own designs, Lara expresses ideas still fragile and conceptual, but always open and sometimes feeling a little unexplored. So Lara, first of all, congratulations on your collection. It was beautiful. I just want to start off in terms of the performance aspect, because you did something a little different with your models. Yeah. You had them walking across. Why did you do this? What was it to say?
Well, the collection is called Insectified, and it was inspired by a book called La Métamorphose from Kafka. So it's a bit, I really wanted to have the aspect of an insect, and you can really see prints on a few t-shirts, and even the structures of the pieces, they're a bit symmetrical, a bit like the insects. So
let's talk about the inspiration for the actual collection. Okay, it was insects, but it had quite a casual kind of feel to some of the pieces.
Yes, of course, because I always try to dress people every day for every day. I think the product of a ready-to-wear de luxe is very interesting with the details, and it's very important for me to know that a client is inspired by my work and to be able to purchase my work and wear it and live in it.
And the Starch Foundation is very much about pret-a-porter pieces as opposed to like Elie Saab couture pieces.
Yeah. Well, depending on the designer actually, because Starch, they help young designers, and each young designer has the opportunity to discover themselves. So this generation, we're into a bit ready-to-wear. Hussein is a bit into couture, and it depends really on the designer.
Now, I know you've been chosen to represent Lebanon recently. Can you tell me a little bit about that initiative?
I was selected to represent Lebanon in Marseille in 2011. It was a Mediterranean a project that was multicultural, and they gathered designers from all around the Mediterranean. And it was a project that they did to uplift the designers and the management and in the organization aspect. It was a 1-year program.
And tell me, how do your designs really reflect Lebanon? How does Lebanon inspire your work?
Well, Lebanon, the thing is, in Lebanon, we have so much to do, and I feel that I'm completing a bit the fashion industry because there is a lot of gaps, and I'm just working to be able to represent Lebanon as much as I can, as proudly as I can.
Hussein Bazaza enjoyed a multitude of experience in all artistic fields, including illustration, photography, and artistic direction. From an internship at Maison Rabie Kairoussa in Paris to junior stylist at Elie Saab in Beirut, today Hussein is a teaching professor of fashion design at ESMOD Beirut and, of course, a Starch Foundation designer. Now, first of all, I'd just like to ask about this collection. What really struck me was your beautiful use of print. What's the inspiration for these?
Well, it's actually some of them are lace, but they showed like prints. It's a mix of prints and lace and different fabrics all together, separated by cutout finishing. I use these different textures and prints so I can show somehow the theme of the collection and the inspiration behind these prints, which is the mixture of emotions and feelings that I would love to show in this collection.
And tell me about your experience working with the Starch Foundation. How has it given you a platform into fashion?
Well, it's a very nice experience because thanks to the Starch Foundation that we are here for the second time now at the Fashion Forward, and we are presenting our second collection here. So it's a great exposure and it's a great experience, especially with the designer Rabia Kairoussa.
And tell me a little bit about your journey into fashion. I understand you worked for Elie Saab.
Yes, I did. I did work for Elie Saab, and now I'm a teacher at ESMOD, a fashion university in Beirut, and I have my own atelier in Beirut.
Established just last year, a new label on the scene is Gisela Blue. Now, their philosophy is Oscar Wilde inspiring, saying one should either be a work of art or wear a work of art. With a focus on evening glam, Gisela Noir collection offers luxurious fabrics featuring hand-embellished occasion dresses with sequin, stud and Swarovski crystal details. Vintage shapes, printed silks are the highlight of the range, appealing to the sophisticated style setter. Let's talk a little bit about the show, because it started off and it was like Massive Attack and Teardrops music, and all the designs were like really fluid, and then it went into a whole little like different concepts throughout the show.
Sure, I'd like the kind of whole heartbeat of Teardrop, the way it starts, and then it sort of kind of went a bit into a more demure flavour with a bit of a French salon feel, and then it kind of got a bit into the party at the end. So I like to end with Temper Trap, a good Australian brand like myself. So we did something like that makes it a little bit partying and a bit of fun at the end. So.
Now you have two different ranges in your label. You have your pret-a-porter and then you have your evening wear glam. Yes. How are they different?
Well, we have the pret-a-porter, which is much more of a wearable, affordable, luxurious range, and then we have the couture bespoke tailored range, which is all about real tailored garments, lots of inserts in the actual corseting. Everything is done by really exquisite tailors here locally in Dubai. So we have the two layers of the brand, simply because one, we want the access so everybody can wear it, and two, then we want the glamour and the beautiful kind of occasion wear product as well.
Absolutely. Now I know you're already dressing celebrities. Who have you dressed and who would you like to dress?
Well, I've dressed Portia de Rossi, for the red carpet, and I've dressed a few other people probably less known in the celebrity world, but still looks fabulous in their gear. But we'd love to dress, so many people. Nicole Richie, I think, is amazing the way she puts it together. I love Gwen Stefani. Obviously, these are people that are already in the industry, so they probably have their own kit sorted out, but they're kind of influencers as far as some of the best dressed celebrities out there.
So that was your regional fashion fix, but join us after the break for the biggest music festival in Dubai of the month. Yes, we get down on the sand.